Welcome to the conclusion of Redesigning the Undergraduate Experience, Planning Models and Processes. There are a variety of reasons a campus initiative may fail, including failing to understand the problem or opportunity, inadequate solution, poor leadership, insufficient resources, loss of momentum, and inadequate risk management. This series explored how campus leaders can utilize and apply planning models and processes to mitigate the risks associated with implementing ineffective or poorly executed campus initiatives. In this series, I describe the importance of defining the project upfront by answering the following questions. What are we trying to achieve? Why are we doing this? How are we going to do this? What resources will we need? Who is involved? When will we be done? And what will success look like? Answers to these questions are often organized into a project statement. A project statement is a concise, structured document that defines the problem or opportunity being addressed, the need or rationale for the project, the goals to be achieved, the resources required, the timeline for completion, and any anticipated challenges. Keep in mind, at this stage of the process, the requirements and specific objectives of the project may still be somewhat fuzzy. However, as project leaders complete a comprehensive assessment, the goals and objectives of the project can become clear. Another planning principle project leaders can select and apply is to select the right tool for the job. There are a variety of planning models and processes. It is important for leaders to select the planning model or process that helps campus leaders achieve their goals and desired outcomes in an effective and efficient way. For example, instructional design models can create experiences designed to promote the development of knowledge, attitude, and skills. Curriculum development models can be used to design a sequence of courses or learning experiences designed to promote higher levels of learning and development. Program planning models can be used as an organizational framework for planning, promoting, and delivering campus programs and services. Asset building models can be used to identify, organize, and mobilize campus program services and resources to achieve common goals. Academic departments and the entire institution can use strategic planning models to define a vision for the future, identify goals and objectives, and organize actions to achieve common goals. And finally, organizational change models can be used to organize campus-wide change efforts designed to change major aspects of the institution, such as implementing a new core curriculum or redesigning the learning management system. Planning models often organize the planning process into a series of stages. Although different planning models use different terms to describe each stage, the start of the planning process often formally begins with initial kickoff. During this stage, the scope, rationale, and desired outcomes of the project or initiative are identified and described. The planning process continues through a series of stages from assessment, design, development, implementation, and evaluation. Each stage has a different goal and desired outcome. Organizing the planning process into a series of stages not only provides a roadmap for team members to follow, but also keeps team members focused on achieving specific outcomes for each stage of planning. Although each stage may have a different name, purpose, and desired outcome, it is often helpful to organize each stage of the planning process using the following framework. Each stage begins with a kickoff meeting where the outputs from the previous stage or steps are reviewed and become inputs for this stage. The stage continues with an organizing, executing, and closing phase. At the end of the closing phase, outputs or deliverables are completed and delivered. These outputs become the inputs for the next stage of the planning process. During the organizing phase, team members establish or review the team charter and identify the goals, strategies, and tactics to be completed during this phase of the project by developing an action plan. During the executing phase, team members focus on completing the action plan by executing the strategies and tasks identified in the action plan. The closing phase is the phase where team members produce project deliverables and provide a summary to prepare for the transition to the next stage of the project. Planning models also help to ensure that planning stages flow together. The outputs of the previous stage become the inputs for the next stage. There is a formal kickoff meeting conducted at the start of each stage of the planning process to ensure project scope, requirements, and deliverables are accurately and consistently communicated throughout the project. This helps to prevent the project team from backsliding and replicating work or research that has already been completed. This can promote project efficiency and effectiveness. As the goals, strategies, and desired outcomes for each stage change, so may the makeup of the project team. A successful planning process is typically organized and initiated by a senior executive in the organization who is the sponsor of the project and ultimately responsible for the planning process. This sponsor selects and directs a senior guiding team who is the architect of the project and responsible for articulating the vision for the project, developing the strategy, allocating the resources, and organizing field teams. The field teams act like subcontractors and are responsible for managing and executing critical areas of the initiative, including redesigning the curriculum, reconfiguring IT systems, updating policies and procedures, and training personnel. Another critical aspect of organizing and leading campus-wide initiatives is to select team members who have the competence, trust, reputation, availability, authority, motivation, and commitment to make significant contributions to the project. When selecting and organizing team members, it is also essential to clarify roles, responsibilities, and level of authority. Roles, responsibilities, ways of working, and decision-making authority are often articulated in the team charter. In conclusion, campus leaders can promote the successful design, development, and implementation of campus initiatives by utilizing and applying key principles and processes, including 1. Clearly define and describe the purpose, rationale, and desired outcomes of the project. 2. Carefully select team members and create team charters. 3. Select the right tool for the job by selecting the planning model that will help campus leaders effectively and efficiently achieve project goals and desired outcomes. 4. Organizing the planning process into a series of stages with distinct goals and desired outcomes. And 5. Ensure that each stage of the planning process includes a kickoff meeting where previous work is shared, followed by an organizing phase, executing phase, and closing phase. I hope you enjoyed this series. If you have questions or would like more information about how you can use these resources on your campus, please contact me at mccore68@gmail.com.